Hey guys, I have done a huge declutter of my kitchen and I thought that I was on top of it and it was totally decluttered. But guess what? I went through again and found even more stuff to declutter. So today I'm sharing almost 20 items that you can declutter from your kitchen now. And we're starting with oven mitts. I have so many oven mitts, and add to that old towels. I've got oven mitts and old towels that are probably like, I don't know, 20 years old. They're burned. They need to go. I need new ones. They're a mess. These need to go. I mean, I'm a little sad, again, sentimental clutter, right? But we're getting rid of these. I've got other ones. I've got newer ones that are in great shape. Next is pots and pans. You only need like 3 or 4 pots and pans in your home. You will never cook a meal using 6 pots at one time. I guarantee you, I cook all the time and I've literally never done that, even on Thanksgiving. So declutter those pots and pans, get it down to 3, 4, maybe 5. And especially if you have any scratched ones and they're Teflon or coated, just definitely toss them. Bakeware that you don't use. Somehow bakeware just multiplies and multiplies. We've got muffin tins, cake pans, pie plates, the list goes on. Declutter those items. I have so many of them and I've decluttered them now, but it's a good thing that we often miss. Mixing bowls. I have a really nice set from KitchenAid. I can link them if you're interested, but I also used to have other ones. For some reason, I ended up having 6 or 7 mixing bowls. I will never use 6 or 7 mixing bowls at one time, so declutter those and get down to, I would say, at most 3. Kitchen gadgets. If you have a kitchen gadget that only does one thing, like a single-use kitchen gadget, consider getting rid of it. It is just taking up valuable real estate in your kitchen. Extra cutting boards. These are those kinds of things you're shopping and you see one and you think, this will be handy to have. Let me just pick it up. So if you've got lots of cutting boards, at this point, we only have 2 cutting boards. That is all I need. If you are still using plastic cutting boards, I highly encourage you to make the transition to wooden ones. Those plastic ones, if you're cutting up food, you get those little microplastics. The knife kind of catches them. You get them in whatever you're eating. You don't want those in your body. Wood is great. They're easy to keep clean. The wood is a little bit antimicrobial, so go for the wood cutting boards whenever possible. Junk mail. Just get this out of your kitchen. We get the mail from the front door and then we always just end up putting it back here. Don't ask me why. I hate having junk mail in the kitchen. I hate having any paper clutter in the kitchen. So just go through that kitchen and get that junk mail out of there. Another item that your kitchen does not need is a countertop utensil holder. This just takes up valuable counter space. It's also visual clutter to me. So if you've got a little container and it's holding all of your wooden spoons, how often are you actually using those items? You don't need to have them on display on your counter. I would recommend getting rid of the container, putting those utensils away, and really kind of cutting down those utensils. And then along the same lines, speaking of utensils, duplicates of utensils. Again, these just multiply in our drawers. I don't actually even know where they're coming from. I have so many wooden spoons. Declutter those wooden spoons, declutter those extra spatulas, and get that utensil drawer under control. Think about all of the glassware you have. I personally have a ton of glassware and I never use it. All you need to do really is think about the glassware that you use on a day-to-day basis. Don't save the glassware for like parties and events. You'll find that you don't use them and they just end up collecting dust and they take up a lot of space. This next one is something that I've always had and I've just kind of had this realization why. I don't need it. But it's a small rug or an AntiFatigue mat in my kitchen. I've got one. I'm decluttering it now because I'm just noticing that it's kind of just breaking up the floor. It's hard to clean around and move. And it really just offers no purpose. Sometimes I even spill food on it and I have to clean it. I would rather just clean the floor than the mat. It's not like I'm standing at my sink for 30 minutes on end. I just don't need this mat. It's just extra clutter in here. Next is fancy linens that you do not use. If you have these in your cabinet and you're saving them for a special event, just don't do that. Start using them now. Start putting them out. Every day is a special event now. And if you're not going to do that, then you should consider donating them, consider getting rid of them. Countertop decor. Now, I love having decor in my kitchen. I do have some paintings on the wall, but I don't have any countertop decor. You know why? Again, it just takes up valuable space. It could be visual clutter. I would recommend if you want to have something on your countertop, make it something functional that you use every day. I've got an olive oil dispenser on my counter, and that's because every day we use the olive oil. I also have this little spoon. Probably you can see it, spoon holder in the background here. And I cook every day almost, or cook a lot. And so I use it to rest my spoon in between steps in the recipe. I've also got a candle that kind of comes and goes. I mostly just did it for this video, but you get the idea. For things that you're using, put that out and let that be your decor. Next is serving dishes that you only use on holidays. If you've got any dishes that you're saving for like a big holiday or, big event, just get it out of your kitchen. You don't necessarily have to declutter it from your home, but definitely get it out of the kitchen. For me, I store these items in the basement, and then when the holidays come, I go down there, I bring everything up, and I start using it. That way it's not taking up a lot of my day-to-day space in the kitchen, because honestly, I'm only using it for like 2 days out of the year, and I don't want to have it in the kitchen if I'm not using it regularly. Declutter anything that's related to takeout. You know what I'm talking about. Extra condiment packets, plastic spoons and forks and those little brown napkins and the extra plates and things. These, again, just multiply in the kitchen. They take up space. They add to the clutter. So go through your fridge, go through your pantry, and declutter these items. Even takeout menus could add to the clutter, so get rid of it all. Every time we're on a vacation, and we go to like a place, they offer like those souvenir cups, right? You can pay a certain amount, you get the souvenir cup, and then you get free refills. And my kids like love it, and they want to do this all the time. Well, the after effect here is that we have a ton of souvenir cups, and they just pile up. They don't get any use. They look cute on vacation, but then nobody comes home and wants to use their cup. So my advice with the souvenir cups is declutter those, donate them. Maybe somebody will want to pick those up at the donation center. And then my last item, and I know a lot of people are guilty of this. I used to be guilty of this, but it's leaving items in your kitchen that belong in like the entryway, for example. A lot of people will put their keys in the kitchen. They'll put their purses on the countertop. These items don't belong in your kitchen. Those can stay in the entryway. They can be in a closet. And if they can't stay in your entryway and you don't really have a way to deal with them, well, guess what? I did a whole video on optimizing your entryway. I'm gonna link it here. So click on it and learn how you can make the best impact with your entryway in your home. Thank you so much for watching. See you later, guys.